This is a great question. I don't think the vision has changed too much. I still believe that it's a powerful tool, a human methodology, a human-centered methodology of mindsets and practices that are valuable to all of us who live in this world of constant change. However, what I've realized is that design thinking is only as effective and helpful, or even ineffective and harmful, as the person or the group of people using it. As the designer Jennifer Daniel pointed out in her speech, design is not good unto itself. Design is in fact neutral. The results of using design thinking depends on how we use it. And this is what I've noticed when using design thinking in my own life and work. I truly believe design thinking can help solve impactful problems. However, there are some dangers when there isn't self-reflection and personal awareness. So first is the power dynamics between the design thinker and the people they are helping. So design thinkers are sometimes placed onto a pedestal, which ultimately creates a savior complex that inflates their sense of self-importance. Second is bias and assumptions, and how they can be a source of errors and misconceptions when trying to understand the context of the problem and the people you are helping and partnering up with. So what I personally learned is that we need to constantly go through the process of self-reflection and practice personal awareness so that we become more aware of the power dynamics and the privilege associated with design thinking, as well as the biases we have and the assumptions that we make that can be counterproductive to the quest in bringing positive change. A great way to encourage self-awareness and social-emotional awareness during the design thinking process is to incorporate two phases of liberatory design, the notice phase and the reflect phase. In my book, I mentioned liberatory design. It's an adaptation of design thinking that helps us think about how we can make the creative problem-solving process more inclusive and equitable, and co-create with our stakeholders. The notice phase helps students develop social emotional awareness before entering any context. The reflect phase helps students reflect on their own actions to see whether or not they are or were being inclusive and equitable. I recommend checking out the Liberatory Design's card deck PDF because it contains not only key questions for these two phases, but also key questions for each phase of design thinking. So for example, during the empathize phase, students can ask themselves, how do I maintain awareness of my biases and challenge them in order to see this community more authentically? So this PDF also includes the mindsets like recognize oppression and practice self-awareness, and shows why these mindsets are so important for equitable and inclusive design, and how to develop these mindsets through questioning. But even before having students start the process of being aware of biases and assumptions, they will need to start with themselves, with their own social and personal identities. So I encourage checking out learningforjustice.org, where they have standards specifically for the domain of identity. They also have a lesson that helps students describe their own various group identities, help them understand that everyone has multiple identities, and people's identities are similar in some ways and different in others. Just want to let you know that I am planning to create a digital learning experience for educators who want to take a deeper dive into design thinking. The goal is to move away from the shallow, diluted experiences and instead create an experience that will give educators the opportunity to dive deeper into design thinking and actually have the time to use the methodology in a meaningful way. And of course, help educators go through the process of designing authentic, engaging learning experiences that provide them with meaningful and relevant opportunities for empathy work, creative problem solving, and innovative thinking. So if you would like to learn more about this, please check out the description of this video. So until next time, stay perpetually in beta, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.